Hey, what's up, guys? This is Nate. I wanted to share with you a conversation I had this morning with one of my sales leads, because I think it's something that maybe people don't necessarily know how to do, and I didn't know how to do when I first started out in this area. And what we're talking specifically about is introducing new products. And before you introduce the product, try to get a gauge of interest from the market and or your client base before you spend a bunch of money building something and deploying it. So one thing that we talked about this morning, something we're actively doing, is we're working on onboarding a new product, right? In order to onboard that new product, we have to make a commitment to a vendor of, let's say, $15,000 annually, annual minimum commitment. So obviously, you're going to be committing to a $15,000 cost to a vendor because you think you can make a product and make up that $15,000 plus some, percentage over and above that cost, right? That's the whole reason you're bringing the product in. Okay, well, you don't have the product right now. So how can you feel a little bit more comfortable at making that commitment, before the product is ready, right? Because you can't say, hey guys, would you buy this widget? It's for sale for $500 and it's done. Because if you do that, you've already made the $15,000 commitment, you already invested in building whatever the product is, and then you're hoping that the market reacts to you in a favorable way. So I would not do that. Been down that path before, and it's not a very good path. Set yourself up for all types of problems, and then you get into the whole sunken cost fallacy, which is a whole different problem set that you don't want to get into if you can avoid it. So one thing that we did is we put together an email campaign. An email campaign that outlined basically what we were going to do, what we were going to offer, and we sent it out to our clients and said, hey, here's a little bit about the product. Is this something you'd be interested in? And now we're tracking the responses and saying, okay, well, X number of clients responded with interest. Assume, let's say, 25% of those close. What might that cost look like? How do we feel about that? So that's one way to do it if you have an installed client base. If you don't have an installed client base, another way to do it is through advertising. It might sound silly, but what you can actually do is you can run display ads or Facebook ads featuring your product or your product offering before it's actually available. And, that's one of those things where you run an ad, you're targeting some specific demographic, and then what you're trying to track is, will people even click on it? Is this type of thing with this offering interesting to people? So if they click through it and they get to some landing page, you have them fill out some information and say, great, love that you're interested in it. Now you're starting to build up a little mini CRM of all the people that are interested in your product. But more so than that, you have a sense for, okay, well, I just ran this ad and I had 1,000 people click on this product or the ad for this product in the past 2 weeks. Well, if you assume some percentage of them are going to convert, let's say 20%, what does that dollar amount start to look like? And then you can really play around with, I think there might be something here. Or if you run an ad for a product and no one is clicking on it, maybe your demographics are wrong, but they're probably not. It's probably that the offering is not that compelling. And wouldn't you like to know that after spending $100 on a Facebook ad campaign versus building the whole thing and then taking it to market and saying, hey guys, I'm here. I built the cool thing that you wanted. Oh, you didn't really want that. So that's another way that you can do it. So I would think through what situation you're in. Do you have an existing client base? If so, solicit their feedback, right? Send them out, hey, this is what we're thinking about doing. Is this something you'd be interested in? And maybe even cut them in on a deal to say, hey, if you're an early adopter, we'll give you 25% off if you commit. This product will be ready in 2 months. So that's one way to do it. The other way to do it without an installed base, if you're trying to grow an audience for the first time, is to literally run ads for that product offering before the product is ready and see what the interaction is like. So those are 2 tips. Hope that those helped you. If you have any ideas or comments, I'd love to hear about them. And we'll catch you guys next time. See ya.